Rugby League is back.
Drum roll, please.
You're a true Warriors fan.
I have no recollection of that hot take.
We don't all have to agree.
It's good to be back.
It's just a really boring thing.
Oh, partner.
Start winning some games.
I think there'll be a lot of changes to the team.
I've got them making the 8 for mine.
Let's go. Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Advantage Line, TAB Rugby League betting podcast. My name is Carl Tiley. That is Paul Moate. Holy hecka lecker.
Yeah! Ho, 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 ho. What was going to be a horrible Sunday turned out to be one of the best Sundays of the year. Wonderful, wonderful finish to a game that was dominated by the officials at times, and not in a good way. But it all turned out, it was like I guess a Marvel blockbuster where the good overcomes evil in the end.
That's a bit dramatic, but it was.
You were dramatic. Don't lie. You were dramatic.
We will get to that shortly. Who we're going to welcome in first? Let's go to someone that resembles Leka Halasima and his skill set.
Nick
No,
Tedeschi.
it's not Nick Tedeschi. It's
Oh.
Blake Ocean.
I thought Liquor was coming in or someone like that because I don't know if me and Teddy even get close. But thanks, fellas. Once again, hopefully there's no mishaps in the betting calculations this week, as we'll get to. Hopefully Paul's done the calculations right, and I'm a bit worried that Teddy and no one's took up for me last week and sort of corrected the wrongs.
Yeah, Blake coming off the back fence this week. And last man in, Teddy. How we doing?
I was too busy worried about that being wrong myself last week, Blake, from Paul. I'm still rattled by the Origin same game multis not counting. So, I'm not sure if any of us resemble Leka Heka Halasima, but Paul's certainly doing his best to resemble an accountant from the Trump administration, the way he's calculating this shit.
Wowee. Right. I'm sure we're going to talk about it, but I want to talk. Let's do it now. The finish to the Warriors game. Teddy, as a neutral, is that up there with one of the best tries, individual tries you've ever seen?
Oh, absolutely. It didn't hurt that I had him last try scorer either. So absolutely did not hurt. I backed the Knights plus and straight out. And I'm like, there's only one Warrior I cared about scoring, and he got the ball. I just kept going. It's like, you either score yourself or this play ends now. But absolutely wonderful. Like, I don't know after 80 minutes how you've got that much speed and burst. Like in the last 15, 20 metres of that try, like, they were coming for him. They were around him. He just found another level. So, yeah, unbelievable. I can't think of a better individual try to win a game than that. Like, usually those tries at the death are team tries, throw the ball around, something opens up. That was one man and one man only.
It probably helps that he's 19.
Yeah.
19. Blake, seen anything like that in your career?
Oh, mate, there's probably a lot of things that, you can go back and point to, but like at the moment, that's in the front of everyone's mind. And to be 19, 80 minutes, to be able to do that. And look, there were some great performers out there on the weekend as well. But for Leka, we had this chat, and you have all probably had the same chat. If it falls to any other Warriors player, I don't think they score a try. I just don't think that they would have got there. But he's done it. He did it in his debut game against the Dogs, but got held up, as we know, out in the centres. So, I mean, he's maturing good, and the future looks bright if you've got 19-year-olds doing things like that.
We've mentioned it before on here, but the Warriors' future looking very solid with, him, Dimitrik, Jacob Laban. Like, it's not a bad...
This will be the first time in history the Warriors' futures look solid, Carl.
Honestly, you're probably not wrong. It's exciting. It's exciting.
That was he was pulling away from Bradman Best until he had to step Gagai. I don't think Gagai.
The step was insane.
I don't think Gagai got a hand on him. And
he did not lay a glove on him, I think. which says plenty about the try, but also says plenty about Dane Gagai, fullback as well.
New Teddy would bring that.
Don't do that. Let's
The
just enjoy the try.
deception was absolutely fantastic, and then he had to drag 3 players across the line with him.
I thought when he got tackled, look,
He's going to land. It's going to be short.
A lot happened in that 30 seconds in my head in my house. But I thought he was going to come up short, and then you sort of see the momentum. That's how fast he was running. The momentum got him over the line.
Oh, you never know if there was momentum, or he might have got double movement call. The way things have been going lately.
Oh,
we'll get to that later.
Well, I'll tell you what happened in my house, Carl. I was messaging Paul and Carl saying, how good is this Tanner Boyd? Finally suffers his first loss for the Warriors, supposedly, and then delete message.
Outstanding. All right. Little bit, we're on a hard out today, so a little bit different. Not a heap of difference in the run sheet, but we are going to park top 10s and the grid this week because they both suck up a lot of time.
Oh.
But I do want to talk about Rugby League 26, the video game, and some of the player ratings that have been dished out to the players. And as I circulated the run sheet last night, it dawned on me, Blake, that these other two gentlemen in this chat have no idea what a video game is. Probably never played a video game in their life.
Bro, I love Spaceys.
I love the Atari. There's nothing wrong with the old Atari.
This will be more about education and bringing people along for the journey, I think.
Okay. I'm along for the journey.
With that.
So, seeing as Paul and I are the one who suck up most time, I reckon we can get 3 more top 10s and about 4 grids in.
Are you guys familiar? I'm talking to you. Blake, I presume you know what the Rugby League game is.
Yep.
You've been in a Rugby League game. How cool.
It is. Yeah, it's cool.
What was your player rating, Blake?
I, to be honest, Teddy, I can't remember. It's been a while now since they've bought the separation between the games. It's been a while, but I can't say it was flattering.
What is flattering though, and I should bring this up because you said you've been sent this a billion times. The clip of, I think it's
Benji?
the Sky Sport team showing Andrew Webster, the game version of Luke Metcalf, and not telling him it was Luke Metcalf and saying, "Oh, who do you think this is?" And Webby's got no clue. He goes, "Oh, it kind of looks like Blake Ashford."
Oh, that's a big. Is that a compliment to you or to Metcalf?
I'll take the compliment. He's a good sort, Lukey Met. And it looks like I'm still, 25, 26, his age. And maybe he looked at the overall rating as well and said, oh, Blake Ashford. So if Lukey Met's at 85, I'll take that.
Maybe he saw the tape from our training run the other week and thought, okay, here he is.
You've just brought up another question. So Webby thought that Metcalf looked like Blake. What rugby league player do you think, if you showed it to someone, they would say, oh, that looks like Nick Tedeschi?
Oh, I think it'd be very hard for James Tedesco to escape that comparison.
Either James Tedesco or Jamin Salmon. I don't know.
Now, the Jamin Salmon player rating should be very equivalent to the Nick Tedeschi player rating, that's for sure.
Well, this is partly why I wanted to do this. So, you're familiar with the player ratings and how they work with the likes of 2K, NBA, and stuff like that. So,
I remember the old Madden days from about 2001. Yeah. So,
okay,
some familiarity.
Is it like
I score out of 100, right?
Out of 100.
But is it broken down into like 9 out of 10 for speed or 8 out of 10 for agility? Yeah. Is it sort of like that?
But we're not doing that today. We're just doing overall scores.
The overall, okay. Right.
Gee, this is going to be tough.
You chose it.
Yeah.
You have known who your fellow hosts have been all year.
This is going to take a while.
I am regretting. Okay, so let's go. There were 2 players that were given a 93 rating. They were the highest rated players in the game.
So no one's 100?
No one's 100, Paul.
Oh, right.
Any ideas who those top 2 players are, fellas?
Teddy.
Teddy? As in yourself?
Yeah.
No.
James Tedesco.
No.
Nathan Cleary?
Nathan Cleary is one of them.
Barely a third
first grader.
Another halfback?
No, it's Ford.
Oh, Payne Haas.
Payne Haas. Both 93.
Fair enough.
Dumb.
Dumb. It's about to get dumber. Teddy, who do you think the top-rated Bulldogs player is? And their score?
Top-rated Bulldogs player, Stephen Crichton, 91.
And you said you don't know what the game is.
Is
Bang on.
he spot on the money?
He was on the money.
There you go.
There you go.
You know what? I did not want to be wasting my luck at forecasting things with stupid guesses like this when I could be nailing horses, picking them the same way.
I want you to ask him who he thinks the lowest Bulldog player is.
Jamin Salmon, minus 40.
I'll bring this up as we discuss. Top Raiders player, Joe Tapane. All agree?
Yes.
He is rated a 90. Top Sharks player. Who would you put as the top Sharks player?
Who would we put, or who would they put?
Nico, they'll put.
Who do you think should be
Nico.
the top Sharks player?
Vanilla Blake should be the top shot.
Yeah, I'm with Teddy. AFB.
You are all incorrect. The top-rated Sharks player with an 89 is Teague Wilton.
What?
So that's out there.
I think,
I'm not even sure he's their best back row. In fact, I'm sure he's not their best back row.
I think Fanua Blake was second with an 87, and Nico Hines had an 86 or an 85. We'll try to find them, bring them up now.
Kerry Walters, look at that. We're going to give him the Australian team.
What about Titans' top-rated player? Should be easy.
Tino.
Tino,
Yep. Any guesses as to the number?
92.
89. Not
Sounds
bad.
dumb.
What was Teague Wilton? 87.
Teague Wilton
89.
was also 89. It gets better, I promise. Top Manly player.
Turbo.
Well, it would have been Turbo.
DCE.
DCE
Yeah. Yep.
with an 89. Tommy Turbo has an 88.
Is this? I wonder
So
if they
Tommy
base it
Turbo is
on,
worse
like-
than Teague Wilton, is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yep.
I wonder if
Wow.
they base it on like availability or what the whole thing is. How do they pick these things?
I think they randomly draw numbers out of a hat by the sound of it.
So going back to the Sharks, Nico Hines is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9th best player in the Sharks team. Rating
Well, that's probably the most accurate reflection they've had so far.
the lowest ranked player in the Dogs, Teddy, Patrick Young,
No.
69.
Well, if Jamin Salmon's worth a 69, I will give it away. He's worth negative 40 every single time.
James Salmon is ranked 79.
79. So Jamin Salmon is just below Teague Wilton, the greatest player to ever play the game.
10 points below Teague Wilton. Okay, what about the Storm?
Oh,
Pappy.
Jerome.
So they've got 3 players rated in the 90s.
yeah,
Jerome's
so-
one of them.
oh, Harry Grant too.
Harry
You had
Grant,
a big
Jerome
Munster.
Hughes, Cam Munster. All Grant and Hughes 91, Cam Munster 90. Then Pap, Ali Couture, and Coates all 89.
I imagine Pappy would be better on a video game, wouldn't he? Very fast.
You would think so. Knights should be pretty easy.
Ponga.
Yeah, Jackson Hastings.
Jackson Hastings is the second highest rating player.
No, he is not.
Is. Kalen Ponga is a 90. Jackson Hastings is an 89.
Who?
Well, Kalen Ponga should be about a 70, and Jackson Hastings should be about a 10.
I think these ratings have come out of the bunker.
Well, these ratings are like every post-origin rating where everything's between 4 and 8. It's like, come on. Like, you've got between 0 and 100. Let's not use Patrick Young as 69.
Yeah.
Like, you've got a whole lot of ratings here. Make him a 0.
All right, let's go to our beloved Warriors. Who do we think the top-rated Warrior is?
Leka Halasema.
one of the forwards.
Roger.
One of the forwards. I go Fish.
So Barney, Egan, and the Fish are all tied on 87. As
Good work for Glenn Fischiati.
Shout out.
Yeah, all on 87.
No one in the 90s for the ones.
No one in the 90s for the Warriors. In fact, the Warriors have been done dirty. They are the only team to have their best player below 89.
Recruitment tip for the Warriors: go and sign Teague Wilton.
Jackson Hastings.
Jackson Hastings, exactly. You've got a team worse than Jackson Hastings. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry?
You've got a team worse than Jackson Hastings.
Our three best players are worse than Jackson Hastings.
Which means everyone's worse than Jackson Hastings.
Based on these rankings. Cowboys, any ideas?
Oh, have to
Drink
be.
water.
Dearden, Drinkwater, Blake?
Yeah, I'll go Drinkwater.
How about Robson, 89?
Hey.
Well, are the New South Wales selectors giving the ratings out for this game? Is Laurie Daly done the ratings for this game?
Dearden and Drinkwater.
Stefano Utuikamanu, 104.
Have they deliberately done this so that it's like clickbait?
Well, it's working and clicking.
Yeah.
The Eels should be easy.
Moses.
Any ideas of the number?
90.
Yeah, 90.
90, bang on Moses. Panthers have 4 players, 90 or above.
Cleary.
Isaiah Yeo.
Yep.
Edwards.
Dylan Edwards, yep.
Brian Toller.
Correct. Well done.
Big 4.
The Rabbitohs.
Latrell Mitchell.
Latrell Mitt, 90. This next one is my favourite. The Dragons.
I think I know this because I've seen it. I'll let the other two answer.
Gutho.
No, come on.
Just trying
Must be some rando by the sound of this. Like Flanagan.
Who sticks out for the Dragons? No one sticks out. Cook.
You are both cooked. The highest rated Dragons player in Rugby League 26 with a rating of 90. A rating of 90 is our dear friend Tom Eisenhuth.
Good on you, Tommy.
Laurie Daly is doing this. Laurie Daly is 100% doing the ratings.
Good on you.
So
And Flanagan, I think, was 89, wasn't he?
Flanagan, 86. He's the third ranked player.
Wow, Tom Eisenhuth doesn't even play. Retired.
Exactly. And I mean, if Tom Eisenhuth is a 90, that makes Teddy at least a 91.
Absolutely. How anyone could buy this game after knowing Tom Eisenhuth's a 90? Surely it's just like game's dead in the water. No one's buying it.
What?
It's mind-boggling. The lowest ranked player in the game with a ranking of 64
What, plays for the Eels?
plays for the Eels. Hasn't played much this year, but in previous years was an absolute stalwart of their forward pack.
Ryan Madison.
Sean Lane.
Wow.
He has been done dirty.
That is
Former Bulldog,
dirty.
former Warrior.
64.
Has that Patrick Young played a game for the Dogs?
No.
So you're putting people that have played far out. That's
So
harsh.
basically, everyone's lowest, apart from Sean Lane, everyone's lowest rated player is either a 68 or a 69.
What? That's dumb in itself.
Correct. But that's why we're talking about this, because this is outstanding. Couple more to go. Roosters. Two players in the 90s.
Teddy.
Yep.
Sam Walker.
No.
Angus Crichton.
Crichton.
Hmm.
Sam Walker, 84.
Worse than Jackson Hastings.
Worse than
Wow.
Jackson Hastings. Also worse than the rugby bloke, Nawaka Nitawasi, who got an 85
Wow.
rating.
Oh,
That
no,
was a good thing for a catch or tackle on the weekend.
I think that's fair for him. It's not fair for Walker.
That's last one. Oh, last couple. Dolphins.
Hammer?
Hammer.
Farnworth 90.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And he
Wow.
couldn't score a try last week. Fair
Hammer
dinkum.
Hammer 89. And then the Tigers, they have one player in the 90s.
Jerome.
Arpey.
Oh, yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's-
yeah.
But I was about to blow up if it was Jerome.
So yeah, that's the player ratings for Rugby League 26. There's a few. Tom Eisenhuth, we've got to get him on the pod.
But he's got plenty of time.
He does.
So there's been a bit of kickback on social about these ratings, or no?
Yes.
There has been,
Yes.
right?
And the
Really
game
good
itself, very glitchy.
Because I saw one thing where they got Cooper Cronk to rate a few players,
Mm.
and I thought, okay, so that's how it works.
What would you rate yourself?
Well, based on Tom Eisenhuth, like 98.
I hope we get Tom on the show. In fact, I hope we get him in a head-to-head with Teddy doing something.
Let's think about this in a podcast sense.
Yeah.
This is our bread and butter.
Yep.
What do you give yourself out of 100, Paul?
Uh,
Actually, before you do that, let's just sort of constantly late. Can't do maths.
what?
Tipping's abysmal.
Oh, no, you're going too far now, Teddy. That's it. I would give myself 12.
12 out of 100.
Yeah.
That's
For
fair.
podcasting.
For podcasting.
Oh, podcasting.
I think we wanted to get to a
Yeah,
I said,
7.
I said that was fair. Yeah, sure.
I would give myself a 75. 75.
Okay.
Well, thanks for the bloody support, guys. Gee.
Well, I thought it was a bit high, Paul. I was going to let you get away with it, Tom Eisenhuth.
Teddy, where would you rate yourself?
Always punctual.
Yep.
Always brings the energy. Can't speak very clearly. 87.
Always borderline legal. And
Always borderline legal, which can be seen as a positive or a negative.
Yeah, some of the worst takes in rugby league history.
87 for listeners, 42 for managers.
But he is consistent. So yeah,
Yeah.
That's fair. Blake?
If we're going on last year, probably like low 70s, but this year I really think I've stepped it up. Obviously, once again, punctual. The betting in front by a huge margin. I'd probably give myself a 90.
Able to
Yeah,
jump
that's
in
fair.
at late notice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
90s.
Always puts his tips through when not on the podcast, unlike another host.
He didn't last week, though, did he?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
You
did
just
you?
went a day early.
Mm.
You did the pod on Tuesday, sent through on Wednesday the tips, mate.
Oh, did you?
He did.
Oh, well, they're not part of it this week. I'll have to sort them out.
So Paul's 75 has
I've
gone to a 70.
I'll take him down to 65 after if he hasn't added my score from the week before too.
Yeah.
Take me down to 65.
If Paul is a 75, they'll dead set give this podcasting game away.
What about Sealy? Where do we rate Sealy?
Oh, he's up there. Yeah.
Oh, when he's on, yeah, he's 93-esque, but his work off the podcast while not putting in tips significantly
Well,
marks him down.
He has just entered some tips, so
Is he?
he has. So maybe he's looking after himself here and trying to get that rating up. So slowly creeping up.
Yeah, I'd have him hovering around that 87 to 90 mark.
What about you?
Oh, look, I run a pretty good cutter here, I think. Every week there's a run sheet. Every week I keep you lot in check. Won the tipping.
We could see a few more smiles.
Plenty of smiles. It's you. It's the borderline legal thing that stopped that.
That's the best.
Well, that was just the response I was hoping for.
I'm going to give myself. I'm going to set myself up there with Blake. I'm going to give myself a 90. Alrighty.
I'll tell you what, you and Blake can get caught on the kiss cam at some concert. Jesus creepers, you and Blake.
Coldplay concert.
Absolutely. Right, let's move on. Betting update. How did we go on the weekend, fellas? I absolute strip out. Had a few bets on the races. Lost every single one of them. No bonus cash, no winners, no nothing. It was a tough day for KT.
No, the four wingers I had to score in the Melbourne game. Anderson obviously cost me, so we'll start with the bad. And obviously I had Para plus 16 under 50.5. So I was looking good for probably 75 minutes of that. Even a couple of disallowed tries to the Raiders, and then 78th and 79th minute try. But as we do, we finish with a positive, and it was that man Leka Halasima into the wires at $4.50 that got me home the last second of Rugby League on the weekend. So got me a bit of joy and some play money for the week. That's
a nice transition to me because I had the Raiders minus 13.5 and Ethan Strange last try and over 48.5. So that was always heartache to poor Blake. couldn't have been a better finish for me. So absolutely love that. Had Leka last try. But I also enjoyed the worst beat of all time on the weekend. I probably bet more on the NRLW than I do on the NRL. Tigers Gold Coast, probably the lowest of games, probably the two worst teams in the competition, but I naturally was fully in. Under 35.5. Was on 34 with 30 seconds to go. For some reason, the Tigers attempt a short dropout. Not only does it not go the 10 metres, as I knew it wouldn't before the ball was kicked, the Tigers player touches it. So rather than just a tap and go, it is a penalty under the post. Lauren Brown kicks the goal. Final total 36. And I have let off a string of expletives that would absolutely shock you. It was a foul loss.
I reckon I could match you on that string of expletives at the back end of the Warriors Knights game, and my wife could back me up there too.
Well, hopefully you were as creative as I was. It was peak Andrew Johns of expletives at that game.
Paul, how'd you go? Anything worth sharing?
I had Leka Halasima to score a try in a same-game multi. I had Fletcher Hunt in that same-game multi. I had Greg Marju in that same-game multi. And I had Wade Egan in that same-game multi.
Double movement every day.
Oh.
I will punt you off this podcast.
If you don't think that was a double movement,
that was not a double movement.
There's a try.
It was the most obvious double movement of all time. I can't believe they weren't talking about it.
Never been a double movement.
Well, I will swear on this podcast, that was a try every day of the week.
Well, it's very rare that Chris Butler gets it right, but he got that one right.
Don't. There's going to be a lot less smiles.
What's less than 0? James Salmon's rating.
Cole, how did the podcast go?
Where are we? We'll start with me. Minus 150.
Okay, on to next.
Herbie Farnworth to score a try.
Only 43 points for the Dolphins.
Over 40 points, and he doesn't dot down. Yeah, I got robbed. Teddy was very good.
Oh, no.
Best bet, Raiders minus 12.5. Ethan Strange to score a try at $3.45. His same game multi was no good. It was over 47.5 in the Storm game. Kohler and Katoa to score a try. And then his anything bet was an unders bet across 3 games. And they all went tick, tick, tick. So a very nice return for Teddy there, whose Carl is...
How much did Teddy win back?
He won
thousands.
No, it wasn't thousands. It was $252.50.
Plus $252.50.
Plus. plus.
It took
Sorry.
way too long considering the numbers in front of you.
I'll
And
go
what, and what am I, we're not doing season yet? Okay.
on season, you're now minus $28.75.
And your
I'm back.
rating down to 65.
You doing the bidding now?
No, yeah.
Carl, you had 4 bets. One successful, over 49.5 in the Dolphins Cowboys game. Try scorer, Harris Tavita. Same game multi, Storm minus 8.5. We'll finish there. Anything bet. Dolphins minus, Panthers minus, Storm minus, Raiders minus, no good. Minus $55, and you are now minus 191.30. Surly, he was successful on one bet. He had Roosters as his best bet, no good. Ethan Strange to score a try, good. Waz to win, DWZ to score, and Bradman Best to score. And he had Dolphins, Roosters, Panthers, Raiders. Oh, he had all the favourites to win. No good. He was up 22.50 for the week, and he is now down minus 126.29. And I didn't see Blake's bet, so I didn't put him in.
So I only got the one up, Daniel Tupou to score at $2.05. I had Leka, Marzu, and Warriors 13 plus. So Warriors no good, let me down. So I'm minus 47.50 for the week, Paul. But if you wanted to add my winnings from the anything else the week before, that would be plus 250, as it was $25 on $11 shot. So if you want to add 250 to my total, all the favourites the week before to get up and win. Paul said no, it was a win. So I don't know what you have me at for the total, but if you can do the maths, you add 250 minus the 47.
So it's $203.
So you're still in the positives.
So what do you got me down there?
203 to whatever you got.
Yeah, you're positive.
The people want to know.
Rating's now 60. I reckon we can get below 40 before the show finishes.
To be fair, I'm the best tackler on this pod.
I don't know if you are.
Well,
I'm not sure about that.
All right. The good, the bad, and the ugly this week. If we're not all aligned on the good here, surely it's Lekker's try.
No, we're not.
Nah.
Okay, so let's move on.
What is it you want to talk about, Teddy?
Well, obviously the Lecker try was great, but the plethora of field goals over the weekend. Oh, it was absolutely sensational. Except for watching Tanner Boyd try to kick a field goal, that wasn't so fun. But
here we go.
Adam Dewey slotting one over, that was obviously fantastic. Blake would have been up and about with that one. The Knights looked like they'd kicked one to win it early. Jack Conger slotted one over, and almost was the difference there. I love the completely meaningless Isaiah Katoa field goal right at the death. There to send it to 43-24. It was great. And Trindle kicked one. So 4 field goals over the weekend and a few more attempts. It's great.
Yeah, my good was, if I follow on that, Teddy, mine was probably the last 4 games of the round.
Last minute games, eh?
Yeah. Like if you put them in the headlines, like you got Sloan changing the narrative of what would have been spoken about the Bulldogs all week, just from that one defensive read. You've got the controversial Harry Grant run through, but Manly were probably the better team, and that was a great game of footy. You got the Tigers winning at the 9th wonder of the world, Leichhardt Oval, and then you've got holy heck a lecker at the end. So the last 4 games, I think, for me, and that was the cherry on top, lecker.
Certainly was. Mine was lecker, but shout out to Des Hasler pulling all the Titans who were in the shower out of the shower. Give them a spray. Love that.
Wow. How he wasn't giving himself a spray first is beyond me. But, 2 weeks in a row, Alafiana Khan Pereira left on the bench for 80 minutes.
Well, you won't have anything to complain about this week because he's not anywhere to be seen.
Oh, no, he's in the squad. He's in the squad. He'll be a late addition to the bench, I'm sure.
You're good, Paul.
Lecker. Yeah.
Yep.
If I was going to do something else, it would be from that Manly Storm game, and I've seen it on social quite a bit. The chase by Ruben Garrick,
Unbelievable.
from
Oh yeah.
one side of the field all the way down to the other, and then across to who's it, Coates, who still scored the try, but he forced him as wide as he could go. And I guess if you're talking fantasy wise, Garrick probably got a -2 for that, for missing the tackle on Coates, when he should have probably got +10 for the effort that he put in to try and stop that try single-handedly.
Yeah, I was going to say good effort, but he still missed the tackle.
and don't forget the pass from Grant Anderson, that one as well. Was that
Yeah.
30 metres on the fly to get to Coates?
Very good. The bad. I will start, and the bad I'll put on myself. I alluded to it before, but the spray that I gave the TV and the Warriors in that last 5 minutes of
Prayers
the
for your
game.
kills. Prayers.
Missed field goals, missed penalty in front. I said some stuff. My kids heard some stuff that they probably shouldn't have. So I just want to apologise to my family.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
Were my unresponded to messages helping the situation at all or not?
No, they weren't. It was a terrible game to watch. But all was made good when Lecker scored that try. I threw my hat into the wall, and then I don't know what happened. I blacked out. 30 seconds later, I've got both kids in my arms. We're jumping around the lounge. Absolute scenes.
And unacknowledged credit there to Tanner Boyd for being so bad at kicking a field goal that it managed to get charged down rather than get it over the defenders. So kudos to that.
The worst part about that is they took the extra hit up. I was pleading for them to give it to him the hit up prior, because they're getting very close to the clock ticking over. They took the extra hit up, got an extra 10 meters. The ball was inside the 30, or was bang on the 30, and then they've thrown it beyond the 40 to try and get the 2-point field goal and win the game. One, just take the 1 point, go to extra time at this point. Two, how does a pass that's gone 15 meters get charged down? How?
Yeah. He took his sweet time trying to kick that field goal. And after that penalty shot, may have been a little nervous.
And he was like, when the commentators were rattling off players who have hit field goals from each team, like the Warriors had quite a lot of players that have all hit field goals, but they're like, oh yeah, Tanner Boyd, he's hit sort of 4 or 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah,
He's the go-to.
I reckon you know what? I don't reckon enough's been said about him putting his hand up again. Like, how many other people? That's who you want. If you're the Warriors, you want your halfback to be going, no matter how bad you are, because he's kicked them before.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know whether Chanel would have kicked it. I don't know who else they really had that would have kicked it. But
not that far. Not
Kurt Capel. That's who they had to go to.
Mate, you've got a halfback in the moment who's just missed 1 or 2, missed the goal from in front. Normally you'll see a halfback pass that off to someone else. I'm happy with that if I'm the Warriors. Talking from a footy sense.
Yeah.
You only have to look back to last season when he was doing it for the Titans against the Wars to know that he can do it. He had an off night. That's fine. Kickers have off nights every now and then. He'll come back. He'll be better. He'll be stronger. Away we go. Don't worry about it.
As the follower of a fellow top 4 team, I couldn't have been happy to say it. Cannot wait to cop the Warriors in the finals.
We'll see you in a couple of weeks, pal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Mark. At least you guys have a halfback who can at least attempt a field goal. I'm not sure Lockie Galvin's attempting any field goals at the moment.
Blake, you're bad.
Mine is the Roosters. And not so much the game, or it is, but it's leaving Sandon Smith out of the side for
How dumb was that?
But not only that, now they've put him in this week. I know Savala's on the extended bench, but Sandon Smith's is still there, named as the 7. I'm just confused by it. After what he did to the Sharks in the bye week a month or 2 before, and someone who's been playing good footy all year, and then you put Chad Townsend, who you left out of the team after round 4 or 5. I was just, when you're fighting for the top 8, I was just dumbfounded by that decision from them just to leave Sanders Smith out.
Paul?
The Wade no try, and that's from a punting perspective as well. Terrible decision.
Terrible decision.
That would have made it 12-0, wouldn't it?
There was absolutely no try any day of the week.
That was a try every single day of the week.
Do you agree then that the try in the Sharks game should have been a no try? The one Robertson's blowing up about?
Yes, it was definitely no try.
Fair enough. I can live with that then.
Like this ridiculous. Like, they look at these things in slow motion all the time. Like when you elbow the ball carrying arm, or the ball hits the ground, and you make a second movement towards it, you tackled it. He was on his back. He was tackled and then reached out for it. Like it was a no-brainer for mine. Oh, the thing that shocked me with that was that the commentators weren't talking about it more. They were talking whether he lost the ball. I thought it was very bad commentary.
Might be a no try within the rules of the game. Okay, like it's so dumb though. Like play it in real speed. It was all one movement. He did not.
There wasn't one movement. He was tackled and he reached out.
But that's still the same, and that's why they got the other one wrong. Like they didn't.
Yeah,
that was on the replay. That if you play that in fast speed, that's a try every day of the week. But when you slow it down, that's why I agree with the referees in that sense. Because if they're looking at it slowed down, obviously his hand or his elbow touches the ground. But so should the other one being called.
Where the confusion comes from is the inconsistent application of this rule, which has annoyed me for 30 years. Like if it's just always a second movement, putting the ball out after something's hit the ground, then fine. But they did any award tries, not the Sharks try, and then it creates a lot of confusion. It does lead me to my bad as well, which was the ridiculous crackdown on play the balls, which is also an inconsistent application, which is just annoying the hell out of me. Round 1, they cracked down. Okay, I'm all for you've got to play the ball with your feet. Yeah, you should be touching the ball with your foot every single time. It's a no-brainer. They do nothing about it for 18 rounds, and all of a sudden, round 20, they decide they want to crack down on it. Just enforce the rules. Your job is to enforce the rules, not to decide what you want to crack down on and what you don't want to crack down on. If you want people to play the ball with their foot, get penalising every week, and until you stamp it out of the game, not do it for a week and then crack down later in the year. Moronic.
Also, like to the players and clubs, it's not that hard to put your foot on the ball, is it, Blake?
It's not. And the game is better for people, for it being slowed down and putting your foot on the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it being enforced. Just enforce it the whole time. Stop cracking down and selectively picking out different situations.
I agree with that because they do it every year. One rule they come out with at the start of the year, they do throughout the whole preseason. They'll do it for 3 rounds stop, and then just before the semis or the playoffs hit, they will do it for about 2 or 3 weeks again. And we've seen over the last couple of years. And as I guarantee, as soon as the finals are here, they'll
forgotten
be
about
for that.
Nelson will be able to step over the ball every single time, and no one will do anything about it.
KPIs to hit.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So that stupid mentality of hitting KPIs and acting like we're in charge. Just enforce the rules. Not hard. That's your job. Stop trying to manage the game and enforce the rules.
Okay. Ugly. Mine, the Knights. They suck. They still suck.
Well, what round is this? Have you just hit yourself? Have you just hit rinse and repeat?
No, hear me out. Like, Warriors played bad, but any other team, or probably almost any other team in the comp, would have put 30 or 40 on the Warriors. They went away from what was working. They were tearing up our right-hand side defense. They bombed how many tries? That long range.
So many.
Try, like, it was laughable. If you're a Knights fan, leave me out of the rest of the season.
They're very poorly coached, and they're very. And you can always start with things like when the game's on the line, not competing for bombs and stuff like that, like not using Dom Young more and his speed. I really didn't understand a lot of their tactically what they were doing.
No, Blake.
My ugly is my mate up in North Queensland, the big hombre, Toddy Payton. and it's not at him really. It's more around. I don't know how much longer. I know the pressure's starting to build, but this week, you've got Clifford, McLean, Tomololo, Tolangi, who got injured on the weekend, Vilea out. Plus, there's already some that were out for the season. I mean, they are playing a Dragons team, but oh man, I'm feeling sorry for the big fella because I believe he can coach. I believe he's a good coach, personally, and yeah, I think it could be maybe the end of him up there in the coming weeks if they don't manage to get in the semi-finals or get close to it.
Imagine if the Dragons had Eisenhuth playing too. They're tough.
90 overall.
Paul?
I've got a couple. The first one is Matthew Tomoko and him being extremely casual in putting the ball down when across the line.
The word's Larry.
Larry. Look, I'm all for trying to improve the position when you've got no defenders around you, get it closer to the post. But he was over the line. The Fox was there. I think there was another Eels defender there as well. All he had to do, he was over the line. All he had to do was put the ball down, and he was just so casual. Luckily, it didn't cost them the game. But that's what you teach little kids when you're across the line. Put the ball down.
Have you ever done that, Blake?
No, I just always used to dive, no matter where. Like if no one was there, I was always diving.
Love it. A true professional.
Yeah, I tried to put it down one-handed when I was real young and lost it, and that just sort of scarred me for life.
The other one was the NRLW, the Wahine was. Please get the ball to Michaela Brake as many times as you can. She is their most devastating player. She is close to the most devastating player in the NRLW, and
settle down.
Yeah, I knew this would get Teddy going. That try.
I love Michaela. She was last try scorer on the weekend. God bless her.
Yes, and that try that she scored, she had to beat the centre and the winger, and she beat them hands out. It was a very, very well worked try. They just don't get the ball to her enough, in my opinion.
The 5'8" needs more ball too.
Yep.
Patricia Meliefo, she's great.
She's very good. Yep.
Did you guys hear Teddy just said he loves Michaela Brake? You know she played rugby, Ted?
No, did not know that. Did not know that. No, she won last try score bet from me. I assumed she'd played 3 games of NRLW. had no idea where she come from.
She has.
I give a bit more grace to the NRLW than the NRL, only because it's relatively young and they had to have started somewhere. So I'd say most of them have played rugby union until they saw the light.
She's won a World Cup. She's won a gold medal.
Sevens.
Yep.
I've got a few uglies. So the Tomoko Lair, absolutely. When I was on the minus, and I was absolutely fuming. He's still got life, Tomoko. He's dead to me now. He's absolutely dead to me. Ugly the behaviour of Sonny Bill Williams after he got absolutely destroyed by Paul Gallen last week. What an absolute embarrassment to the world, let alone New Zealand and Rugby League. Absolute carry on. Good work, Gal. But maybe the worst thing for the weekend was Dogs in control of the Dragons, going pretty well. Reid Marnie taken off. Wasn't unexpected that Reid would not play 80 minutes. For Jamin Salmon, who is now being used in an Isaiah Yeo-like role, touches the ball more times inside the 20 than Aiden Tolman at peak Des Hasler at the Dogs time. Absolutely insane. The guy has got 3 tackle busts for the year, a couple of offloads. He's averaging over 3.5 missed tackles a game. He's very limited time on the field to go with about 25 more ineffective tackles. He is not even a reserve grader. He is a borderline park footballer who would not get a run in orange since first grade. He is a disgrace, and Cameron Serraldo needs to smarten up and get rid of him. Especially since we've got about 3 identical players playing the same role. Here's a tip. You don't need another ball-playing lock when you've got Kurt Mann and Bailey Hayward in the team. We've got enough of them. How about we just get someone who can hit the ball up and tackle? That'd be a start. He makes Jake Turpin look like absolute Danny Badiris on his heyday at his best.
Alrighty.
No comment.
Mm,
Move on.
okay.
Head to head this week. Round the room, Teddy, Blake, Paul, myself. Roosters $2.25, Storm $1.65.
Storm.
I'm gonna go the Roosters.
Storm off a loss.
Yeah, I was going to go Roosters, and then I saw the Storm off a loss stat. I will also take the Storm.
Munster out too.
Munster is out. Storm have won 19 straight after a loss.
Okay, I'm going to change to the Storm. Wasn't privy to that stat.
That's too good. Cowboys $1.58, Dragons $2.40.
Dragons, morals.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Dragons too after what I just said about the Cowboys.
Dragons.
Broncos $1.24, Eels $4.10.
Broncos.
Broncos. Warriors $1.28, Titans $3.75.
That moral better not come
Titans.
Warriors.
Not at all, but Titans.
What are we even doing here?
Was.
Honestly? Warriors. Panthers $1.26, Tigers $3.90.
Panthers.
Jeez, I wish you tipped Tigers, Teddy.
Oh, I'll be back on them. Play the plus. But, yeah, just as a tip, Panthers.
Panthers looking very dangerous.
Panthers. Rabbitohs $4.25, the Sharks $1.22.
Sharks.
Bunnies.
Sharks. Raiders $1.20, Knights $4.60.
Raiders.
And Bulldogs $1.65, Seagulls $2.25.
Manly.
Yeah, he did that on purpose.
Yeah. I'm going to go Manly.
Dogs.
Manly. Okay. This week's in-depth games will start with the Roosters $2.25, the Storm $1.65. Storm are 3.5-point favourites. Like I said, they've bounced back 19 games in a row after a loss. As you said, Blake, no Munster. Pappenhausen's still out. Sandon Smith back in the halves with Havala in the reserves. No Radley. What have you got, Teddy?
Yeah, don't love this game from a side point of view. The Lions moved 6 after 3.5 after team changes come out. Storm have a great record against the Chooks. Have covered 10 of the last 12. Won the last 2 by 16 plus. They won the last 4 at Allianz. The last 3 by 8 plus. But Roosters covered 5 of 7 at night. 9. No, not getting 16 loss. We'll cancel that one out. The worry here for me is the Storm travelling. They've covered just 1 of their last 7 interstate. They've covered just 2 of their last 10 at night. Covered just 5 of 14 as an interstate favourite at 6 which they're not anymore. So, lean towards the Storm, but do have a good bet in this game. Very keen on the over in this game. I thought the total was very low, 45.5. Weather should be good. The over has hit in 13 of the last 20 Storm games, 24 and 16 when they played bottom 9 teams. Over is 13 and 5 when the Chooks were conceding 30 plus, 13 and 8 when they're off a double-digit loss. So, like the over in this, I thought the total was very low.
Like, this is a big game for the Roosters. Just outside the 8.
Yeah, it's huge. I looking at the team as well, I didn't see C.O. Wong back. And he's back at 13. Like, these packs against each other, like, I'm looking at the 2-back rower battle. Feketi's come on the last couple of weeks. I think that's going to be a huge battle. It's going to probably be one in the forwards, but even the duel of those wingers, I think Coates will be against Nawanga Nitawase, but the kicking game for Coates will be on. I'd love to see them kick to Tupou against Grant Anderson. Like, it's a no-brainer if you get down there and you don't kick to those wingers or set it up on tackle 4 to kick to those wingers. Mate, I really don't know. Like I just backflipped before after that stat, but I am leaning just towards the Roosters, and I've got a funny feeling Zavala could come in.
Yeah, I expect Zavala to play after his name on the centre back.
And I think that might swing me just enough to tip the Roosters. More pack more punch off the bench as well. Would help. But either way, man, this is going to be a great game of footy. Probably the second best game of the weekend.
Can we just get a wee bit of clarification? If we rewind a couple of minutes when we did the head-to-heads, I'm fairly sure that Blake said Storm.
Well, he said Storm after he said Roosters.
Yes,
so we've
and
had a few
now he's
flip-flops.
gone back to the Roosters again. Can we just get a wee bit of clarification around who Blake thinks will win this game for the head-to-head? Now, he said Roosters, then he said Storm. Now that we're talking about it, he's going back to the Roosters. Which way is he going?
I'm gonna finish on a draw.
Well played.
I like that. Yeah, bonus points.
This absolutely get on a draw now, punters. This will 100% be a draw.
This will go to golden point this game. It's strange tipping out a Melbourne Storm team with Nick Meaney and Tyron Wishart in the spine, but just the way that they do bounce back. I don't know what the belly ache does, but he does something to get this team up and going straight after a loss, and that's why I do like the Storm here. I also, if you look at the Roosters against the Sharks last weekend, boy, they were exposed up the middle around the ruck by Blake Brayley. Now, if Blake Brayley is going to do that to you, I worry about what Harry Grant is going to do to you up the middle as well. So, just the Storm and the fact that they are very quick to bounce back. And I do like the look of their forward pack, even though that is a very, very good Roosters pack that they're putting on the park this weekend.
Yep, I'm leaning heavy into that stat around their bounce back. When I first saw the teams, I was like Blake, saw Roosters, but Storm very good at coming back, bouncing back. Next one, Broncos $1.24, Eels $4.10. The Broncos 13.5 point favourites. The total was 48.5. Arthur's back for the Broncos. Mitch Moses back for the Eels. Teddy, I'm hoping you can back this up, but if that line feels like it's quite big, considering Moses' inclusion.
No, I'll be back in the minus, which is rare. I don't back Brisbane minuses, but even though Michael Maguire's 57 and 94 over the last 7 seasons, and Trent Barrett's the assistant coach, I'll be having something small on the minus just because Parramatta are such bad travellers. You cannot bet with Parramatta away from Combank. They are 6 and 17 against the spread in their last 23 in the state. They've covered just 18 of 54 away from Combank. They've covered just 12 of 37 against top 6 teams. It's very, very bad. But this is, the line's supposed to be a 50-50 proposition. That's some bad numbers there.
I'm so glad that I went and did some digging on the 6 games that Mitch Moses has played and the results and stuff. So thanks for that, man.
That's right. That's right. I don't overly rate Mitch Moses. I'm not sure he's going to be trying that hard for Parramatta either. But look, I'm not hugely confident on the Broncos. I'm just pretty keen to be against the Eels. But absolutely bet of the week, the over in this game. Absolute 5-trucker, back them up, load the cash in, almost double up. 5 of 7 hit 52 plus between these two. Both teams are in huge over spots. The Broncos 31-21 the over at Suncorp, 8-3 at Suncorp when they play bottom 5 teams. The Eels 18-5 to the over when they play in state. 9-1 when they're in state underdog of 6.5 or more. 8-11 when they're off a double-digit loss. 20-9 when they're off conceding 30 plus. Chips in the over.
Okay.
Wow.
Blake, what do you like here?
Obviously with Brisbane here, I'm not like Teddy. I do think Mitchell Moses is a very good football player, and Origin would have went differently this year if he had been there.
I agree completely with that.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this Broncos team. We've only seen a small sample size of Ben Hunt at hooker, and I think this is a team that is scary if they get everything right. And the other thing, can you imagine tackling Payne Haas, but then the next tackle having to try and tackle Xavier Willison? Like, they are 2 very, very big humans. And I know they don't have too much punch off the bench. They've got some workers, some tough workers, but that 1-2 punch followed by a Paddy Carrigan, I think they'll be chewing up the meters through the middle of the Broncos, and I think they are going to start coming, and I don't think they're going to let up on the Warriors or whoever is in 4th place. They'll be trying to get that spot.
The other big thing for the Eels to look out for this week is I reckon Isaiah Iongi has been probably the best player this year. He's out this week.
Yep.
Yep.
Agreed.
What do you think here, Paul?
I agree with Blake that I think that Broncos pack is going to just be a wee bit too big and strong for the Eels to handle. And I think we will see the likes of a Ben Hunt really start to step up after being out for quite a few weeks. We saw a little bit of it last time out. I think he sort of builds on that. So behind that pack, and the fact that they do legitimately have two good kicking choices behind that pack with Reynolds and with Ben Hunt. I think at home, and it's a wee bit of a slight against the Eels as well. I think the Broncos are going to be just too strong.
It's just dawned on me that Blake, you mentioned how the Broncos are only 4 points back of the Warriors in fourth. Even though I've tipped the Storm, I will be kicking home the Roosters this week because the Warriors could jump up into third come the end of the weekend.
Brings us to our next game.
It does. Great segue. Look, my rating just went from a 90 to a 91 with that. Warriors $1.28. The Titans $3.75. Warriors 11.5-point favourites. The total was 48.5. The weather all week in Auckland is sunny. 5 p.m. kickoff. Running rugby league football. Chance back for the Warriors. No Tino for the Titans. I'm reluctant to do it, but Teddy, tell us why you don't like the Warriors this week.
No, I do. The Warriors are obviously a better team. I think there's value with the Titans. I think the line and the price here is laughable, considering that Tanner Boyd is the halfback for the Warriors. There's no way in hell that any Tanner Boyd-led team should be a double-digit favourite against anyone. Completely playing an under-8 team, and I don't think I'd be backing them as a double-digit favourite. The Titans have a very good record against the Warriors. Block your ears, lads. You won't want to hear this, but they've won 5 of the last 6, covered the last 4. Last meeting, 66-6. Titans won the last 2 at Mount Smart. The outsider has covered 7 of the last 8 in this matchup. Main reason this is the Warriors are not reliable as a big favourite. We saw it last week against the Knights as well. They've covered just 3 of 14 when favoured by 8 or more. Covered 2 of 9 at Mount Smart when favoured by 8 or more. Can't say I'm in love with the Titans. I imagine this is going to be Dez's last game, his 500th game. You've got to think that blow-up had some positive effect, because it was a hell of a blow-up. They've covered 11 of their last 18, getting 8 or more points. So, not in love with the bet, but I think the value is with the Titans for sure, getting the plus. And can they win the game? Yeah, I think they're a puncher's chance of winning this game.
I don't know whether this is 17 that's going to run out for the Warriors. I thought Tane Tuopiki, it was one of the best on the weekend, and that's not a knock on Chance, but Curdy Capewell, I think, could strengthen the Warriors pack by moving back in there, and you have that ability to either put Chance in there, or I believe Tane Tuopiki played round the last game last year in the centres, or that might have been Chance. Sorry, played the last round last year in the centres, and I think there's that option there to move them. But yeah, the Warriors, I don't think win 13 plus, only because this year they haven't won by big margins. They've won, apart from the Tigers game last week, most of them have been close. But the scary thing for me, if I'm looking at the Titans, is just their pace. They are a team that will not die wondering, as we saw, even when you've got the lead against the Tigers team and you've got the win behind your back, all you have to do is kick into a corner, but they decide to throw the ball around. So I expect this week to be no different from the Titans. And the scary thing is they're really just a fast team that can strike from anywhere. But I definitely am liking the Warriors in this one, in a close one.
I don't mind Chance has done it for the Kiwis in the centres as well. And like you said, Tane Tuopiki was, last 2 games, he's played incredible at fullback.
Are we rearranging the team just before the finals?
Or you've got Leatoa.
If it shores up that right-hand side defence, yes.
I actually agree. I actually would be playing Tuopiki on a wing and Roger in the centres.
You got Ali Leatoa, who's played a couple back in Cup now.
I think he's the more realistic option.
Or you can do what no one's talking about now that the real DWZ has returned, and maybe just drop him and put Tuopiki in the wing there.
That was a tough game.
that was every game you ever played for the Bulldogs. That's what that was.
I do worry in this game, Paul, that right edge of ours, or left side defense, right side defense, left side attack for the Titans, where you've got Kieran Foran running the cutter there, both for more, hitting a hole hard, and even Jaden Campbell just bouncing around at the back. Those three names jump out off the page for mine. But
imagine if Carl Pereira was on a wing over there.
Imagine he's not though.
No, he's not.
I don't know. I've just got a feeling. I think the Warriors are going to pants them.
Well, what, are you acting like this is some kind of revelation? You feel the Warriors will pants them every week.
No, I don't. I don't think I've said that a lot this year at all. I need it. My heart can't do any more.
Also, in saying that, the Warriors haven't beaten the Titans here since 2019. They also hadn't beaten the Knights in Newcastle since 2019. So, I mean, we've got a year of trends here.
What do you think, Paul?
They will be very, very tricky to hold out the Titans, but I do see the Wars getting up on top here. I don't see them putting a score on the Titans. So I do like the Wars 12 and under. But I just see, and it will depend on the sort of the lineup they do actually run out with. And it would surprise me to see Ali Lautawa in the centres with Capewell going back into the forwards and maybe a new Kore coming off the bench. It depends on how they want to go with it. But there's enough there from the Wars. And I think they got away with a poor one last week and came out with the win. Usually that means the ball's bouncing your way or good things are happening. And I think good things are happening for this Wars team this season. So, Wars.
All right. We are up against the clock. Teddy, give us top line, Dogs, Eagles stuff, and then we'll get straight into your bets, please.
We're celebrating the greatest grand final of all time, 1995 grand final. So this game we played at Allianz, where it was. Never been a better game in rugby league history, so we'll shout that one. Looking forward to the Dogs jerseys as well. So I've got a throwback to that 1995 with a little Winfield Cup logo there. Tough game though. I tip Manly. I don't love either side here. I think it's a bad spot for both of them. Not sure the Dogs are going that well. They've covered just 2 of their last 9 against top 8 teams. Manly haven't covered their last 4-day games, 2 of 12 before win. But Manly, they've won 11 of 12 against the Dogs, covered 12 of 15. So tipping Manly, obviously cheering the Dogs.
Cool. Give us your bets.
Best bet, over 48.5, Brisbane Parramatta at $1.90. Try, Ezra Mann scored 3 straight against Parramatta at $2.45. Same game multi, Dragons plus 4.5. Tyrrell Sloan try, Scott Drinkwater try at $6.89. And the other bet, a double Tigers plus 13.5 into the under 47.5 in that Tigers Panthers game at $2.95.
Nice. Blake.
Best bet, the Warriors 1-12 at $3. I like that. Try, Zachy Lomax at $2.20. Love scoring tries when Mitch Moses is in the team. Same game multi. Gone the Panthers game. I've gone Jarrell Skelton, Luke Garner, and the Tigers plus 13.5 at $12.80. And my anything else is the Broncos, the Warriors, the Sharks, and the Raiders, all minus 5.5. $3.91.
Nice. Paul.
Best bet, Wars 1-12. Try scorer. It's in the Broncos game. It's Ben Hunt at $5.
Wow.
My same game multi. AJ Brimson to score a try. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck to score a try. Wars to win by 1-12. Anything bet. The highest scoring game, Broncos Eels at $5.20.
He's really chasing them. He's really chasing them.
Nice. My best bet was also the overs in the Para Broncos game at $1.90. Try scorer, little Mount Smart double. Riding the hot hands here, Michaela Brake and Leka Halasima at $5.04.
I didn't know we could include NRLW in this. This is a revelation.
We probably shouldn't because all of your bets would be NRLW.
Absolutely.
That's fine. That's fine. This is a betting show. Same game multi. Panthers minus 13.5. Brian To'o 2+ tries and Jenkins a try at $7.76.
Dog.
Rough. And then my anything else bet, a 9-leg head-to-head multi
Oh boy.
with the Broncos, Warriors, Panthers, Raiders, and Dogs in the men's, and then Warriors, Roosters, Broncos, Sharks in the women. 13.90.
Nice. Ted will just say that's a loss already, because even if it wins, Paul will say it's a loss, so he doesn't have to go through it.
All right.
I can't wait for the full audit to go. We'll do a live podcast as we audit the audit the season.
Blake rating just dropped down to 79.
All right, fellas, thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate your time today.
Yeah.
To all the punters out there, thank you. And we will be back next week to do it all again on the Advantage Line.
Happy 40th, Moo.